Here's the question. How do you make the impossible possible? Simple. Remove the I am, the ego. Now, how do you step into that newfound possibility? With a series of small intentional steps. Never forget, the greatest among us started from humble beginnings. But to truly unlock your potential, realize you're here for something greater. If you're yearning for more than just a good life, let's take that small step together to reach greatness. Welcome to the Greatness from Small Beginnings podcast, where we're talking to those who have gone from mediocrity to motivated, overlooked to overachieving, forgettable to unforgettable. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Greatness from Small Beginnings podcast. And I have some thoughts I need to throw up today. Have you ever had those days when things were just so busy? You look at the clock and it's like, oh man, I'm 30 minutes behind. Now I'm 45 minutes behind. Now, I don't know how I'm ever going to catch up. And you got deadlines and schedules. Well, that's been today. And I just thought I needed to sit down and go through this because I need to hear it, probably more than you need to hear it. So this is something I found the other day about perspective. And it's got some stuff in it about how to change your mindset in when you're stressed, basically, I guess is what it says. But it's about shifting your perspective. So one thing, the first one, mindful thoughts. And this is important. And I think on a day like today, this is important. And it does, and I'll get more into that in a minute. It says, take short breaks throughout your day to focus on your breath and your surroundings, move your body, maybe sing out loud, stretch, dance, just move in general, do the things that light you up, which for me is service. And I found out I was just at work a little bit and in the office, and they said something about, we're always building system and processes. I just want to make sure we're doing it right. And somebody just lit this person up and they smiled and said it actually something derogatory, but the best part of it is that they were excited to hear me say that, to affirm the fact that we live in processes, especially around the office, and that we need to consider, how does this affect others? And the last thing on there was, this can help you appreciate the present moments, all of these things. So the list is to breathe, just to even practice breathing. And then notice your surroundings, the people, the often really good people around you, and then move your body, sing, stretch, dance, just move. Take a walk, get out in the sun, and that can really help the anxiety level, the perspective change level. Then the second one is gratitude practice. It says, reflect on the things you're thankful for, even the small ones. Often sometimes some moments, that's all we can find. This can shift your focus to the positive aspects of life. And there are so many. Often I will pray before a meal, and often what I'll pray is, thank you, Lord, for everything you've done. The list is so long of things to be grateful for and thankful for. And that is so true. And that's why I pray it, because I want to pray truth. And when I pray it back to the one that provided that truth and that amazing list of things to be grateful for, then I become more grateful. And though I might have a knot in my stomach because of the pressure on me, then I can live with that knot in my stomach, basically, for that period of time with a really much better attitude, because I'm coming from a place of gratefulness and thankfulness. And then the next one, third one, set intentions. Start your day or your hour or your half day, maybe after lunch, by setting a positive intention. This can guide your focus and energy throughout the day, which means that a to-do list works, but the main thing is probably to prioritize the to-do list. Like, what if you have 10 things you need to do? What of those things could be kicked into tomorrow? What of those things absolutely have to be done? What's your priority? And then from a business perspective, what actually feeds the business? What actually feeds those around as far as, well, let's be honest. If it's a business, what creates dollars? I was hearing somebody talking about sales the other day, and always consider salespeople. They were talking to salespeople. Always consider what revenue generating activities are you doing and what non-revenue generating activities are you doing? That's actually a good perspective for all of us, is how is the activity I'm doing, the thing I'm doing now, how is that not going to help in the short term, mid-term, and long term, or is it going to help? Is grinding through the to-do list, the entire 10 things today, is it going to help me a month from now by doing those things today and then do it again tomorrow? Then maybe that is what you need to do, is exactly that, is to get through those 10 things. There's someone at work in my company that is very detail oriented. Reached out to me yesterday about something that I had already dealt with close to 2 weeks ago. And I called him because I was driving instead of responding to a text or something. And I said, "Oh, that thing you just asked about, here's the result. Here's what happened." And he's like, "Okay." And then he says, "I just want you to know I don't do this because I'm picking on anybody or anything. I just like to close loops on the ends of things. And if it's come across my desk, I just want to make sure that before it goes off of my desk, that it's completed, that it's done." And that actually is his position in the company, to make sure that that's possible. And I said, "No, I am glad for this. Yes, not 8 out of 10 times, probably 7 out of 10 times, most of what you ask is already done. And I can just let it, I can just tell you that, and it can go off your desk. But a couple of one or two of those other times, there's more to do. And it's a good reminder. It's a good process. And maybe I need to get some help from you, but I'm so glad on the 1 out of 10 that, whoops, I just dropped the ball. I pick the ball back up and get going again. Anyway, that's my perspective that I needed to share. And I'm going to finish the podcast by doing what I always do. I'm going to quote Zig Ziglar. This is about you. You were designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. Now go be great. You have it in you, and you can do it. It's up to you. All right. Till next time.